What's up guys, welcome to the Other Refinement. I'm going to give you a little tour today of what it's like to run my business and give you a day in the life. So I arrived, it looks like we ran out of pallets for shipping, so I need to get that orchestrated. Every single day we ship on pallets, and it looks like we're also out of gaylords, which are normally right here. So no gaylords, no pallets. We have enough wrap, but I want to order more wrap. I have this long list of things that I check every single day to make sure that we don't run out. This is our receiving area also. So I have a sort of a U-shaped processing where stuff is received and it goes out the same door. This is a truckload of plus size clothing and shoes. This type of stuff is returned, so it's a little rough around the edges. We have to go through all of it, look through all of it and see what's wrong, what needs to be thrown away, what can be repaired. That's all gone. Behind that, I have these 8 gaylords of dresses. I purchased around 30,000 dresses, purchased 100,000 pieces of plus size return clothing. So I have receiving, I have a little bit of storage in the back. As we come through here, this is shipping that I need to address. But this is prep for the show this evening with shoes. As you guys remember, I bought 30,000 pairs of Cariuma shoes. They will be all gone this month, so we're nearing the finish line with those. I have around 10 shows per day on Whatnot, so my job is to make sure to facilitate all the streamers to make sure they have the supplies they need to sort the supplies they need to bundle the correct things that they're going to be selling that day, and everything needs to be labeled and organized. So this is the shoe section. It is ordered by size. The bigger sizes are hard to find, so they're on rolling racks. We have we share this space with actually 90 different businesses. Sorry, 90 different businesses, so it can be loud in here. This right here is actually the rejects of the last batch that we just opened up. So you can see there can be this many problems. So a lot of people want to buy bulk, but what can happen is if you end up selling this stuff to your customers, they're going to get angry, you're going to get bad reviews. So you need to do the best you can is filtering out stuff that's not good. I've learned to essentially just donate stuff that's not in good enough condition and try not to sell it on the stream. This is more organization. This is a fully prepped show where these are organized by slot. So depending on if they mix in buy it nows or auction format items, they're probably saving these slots for some different kind of game that they're working on, but most people prepare the next day's show the same day. So everybody has today's show and next show ready to go. Here we have new tag product. This is Prana, the outdoor brand. Prana has been selling really well for me. It sold really well last year. Around this time of the year, they liquidate the previous season just like every other brand. This is the second year that I've bought Prana. Very interesting stuff outdoor. And it has a huge range. So you're looking at swimwear, outerwear, jeans, cargo pants, hiking pants, basically all outdoor stuff. Prana, I think it's the same company as Columbia. I'll have to look it up, but their outdoor stuff is really good. I ended up hanging up around 11,000 pieces. So you guys remember, in my original warehouse, at one point I hung every single item and people went around and they picked their individual pieces. Now we have moved away from that system, but I still kept all the racks. I'm glad I didn't sell them because there's certain types of inventory that I really do want to hang, like this stuff. So, as we're going through inventory, I'm going to be selling Blank NYC jackets today. So it's nice. I'm sorry, Blank NYC, the brand. So they're mainly known for denim. So jackets, shorts, jeans are going to be what I mainly sell, but we're preparing that show for me to do. I would like to do a show every single week from 12 to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So use my link, whatnot.com/invite/daily refinement to get $15 off your first purchase buying something. But I'm super jazzed to be doing a show every single week, and I want to make sure that my show is completely prepped for me. My ideal best use of my time is on camera, so I want to make sure that my show is fully prepped. I can come on, stream the show, have somebody else ship the show, I can work on something else. So a lot of people have been asking me, why don't you just do all the streaming yourself and have people help you? Here's the thing, I only have so many hours in a day. So there's only 168 hours a week. Last week on stream, I think we streamed for like 170 hours. So even if I was awake 24/7, I wouldn't have been able to outperform my team. So at this point, they say if you want to do it fast, do it yourself. If you want to go far, do it with a team. I'm in the team building phase. This is where we have pallet storage. I was using my pallet guy to take my packages to the post office, but he doesn't have a lift gate. So that's been taking a really long time because I have to be available to load everything with a forklift. But now that I have a delivery driver with a lift gate, I can actually just store things like this. He'll come with his pallet jack and load it by himself. That's a tremendous weight off of my shoulders because I had to meet up with the delivery and pick up people every single day. My next thing that I'm gonna do is train one of my shippers to operate the forklift. So at the new operation, I won't have to unload trucks, load trucks, meet with a delivery driver. It's literally taking like 3 or 4 hours a day. So super excited to get a driver with a lift gate. I had an American Eagle show. If you were one of the people that didn't get enough pieces or the weight was a little bit light, just to be clear, the auction was for between 3 and 10 pieces or 3 to 5 pounds, depending on what the items were. I have some leftover American Eagle to fulfill any orders if people had any issues. It's really important that when you're selling bulk like me to have extra. I think that, yes, you want to sell out, but there's going to be some orders that had some issues, whether it be shipping or they were packed incorrectly. Whenever that happens, I usually have extra to fulfill that order. As we come down through here, you can see I have a couple more pallets of different inventory. I have some cosmetics that I'm working on, and I actually have a whiteboard with everything I need to get done today, all the different brands that I have to sell. And I currently actually have no death pile. Everything that I have is accounted for and ready and scheduled ahead. This right here, believe it or not, all of these boxes are just garbage. So this business produces an insane amount of garbage. At the new location, I'm wondering if I should even use waste management, the dumpsters, because it might be cheaper for me to fill up a truck and go to the dump than have the weekly service with the garbage, since I would fill up a dumpster pretty much every day. So I don't know if it makes sense for me to have the regular commercial trash system. I might actually just have my guy with this truck take everything to the dump every day. It costs around 80 bucks or so to dispose this kind of stuff. Depending on what you throw away, they actually charge you different amounts. This is just plastic that can't be recycled, and a little bit of cardboard is just what it's stored in, but I can't recycle this plastic. It has to be thrown away, and it's the plastic wrapping and the packaging for all these clothing that I sell. Back here you can also see when we sell multiple items or we have more than one thing, we usually have a display rack. This one, we don't sell anything on there. We don't inventory on there. It's just to show people what it is. Behind it, we actually have some cosmetics. I have been experimenting with it, and I'm gonna add that as a category. So Daily Refinement Beauty is coming. I'll sell cosmetics, hair products, beauty products. It's the exact same way to sell clothing. So I'm excited for that because my main business is bundling items together, and bundling cosmetics makes a lot of sense. Dry shampoo, curling, even like actually small electronics like curling irons. That's something I'm interested in. So I'm gonna experiment with small electronics as well. However, with electronics, I'm gonna lean more towards overstock because I don't have the facility to repair or test or grade electronics. So I'm set up actually to sell new with tag anything. But I wanna make sure that it's small, so big electronics is not gonna be for me. These rolling racks have helped tremendously. This is our second locker system. So now I think fully operational at the new shop, I'll have around 18 to 20 people working for me. And I love these locker systems. It keeps everything nice and organized. Down here, sometimes when items come in, they come in boxed and labeled. Other times they come in these Gaylords loose. And it really is just totally different. When it comes in the Gaylord loose like this, you really do need to take out everything from it and sort it and see what you have. When it comes in boxes, it's like a little bit easier because you can just label each box and then put it back onto the pallet. With this, you kind of need to break it down. Also, people can't really fit in it, so we always cut out the front of it. And then these boxes lose a lot of their integrity. So what you could do actually is, when you have a box like this, you could use a Gaylord dumper and dump it out. A Gaylord is a 4x4x4 cardboard box, for those of you wondering. But I think that it's a lot easier to cut open it and then just kind of repair it. When we use these for shipping, the cardboard actually keeps it kind of tight. So anyway, this unit is gonna be empty pretty soon. Back there, I just have my remaining USPS supplies. I use free shipping supplies from the post office if it's possible. And then behind here, I have been experimenting with HomeGoods, and it's actually been doing quite well. So I've been selling yoga mats. This is a pallet of sheets. Sheets still meets my metric because it's under 5 pounds and it fits in the same bag that I use. So I'm just expanding into different categories that work. And I think that I'm sort of leaning towards trying to be TJ Maxx. All the things that you find at HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, Ross, that's what I want to sell. These are super duper expensive weighted blankets. And this brand, Barabee, I think a lot of people would know this brand. They sell their blankets for between $300 and $500. This is quite interesting because I have to inspect every single blanket, and a lot of the ones that are really nice I've actually been washing. So it's interesting looking at what is available for sale, but these kinds of items, can you imagine buying a 30-pound blanket and then when they return it, what does the company even do with that? I think that's one of the reasons why the price point is between 300 and 500, probably because they have a scary amount of returns. So a lot of the brands that I am looking at, I think that the reason why they're priced so high is there's a lot of fraud, there's a lot of returns. So a lot of people in the chat who are reselling things that are more expensive, you need to build in like at least 10% fraud and returns, in my opinion. When you're selling expensive stuff, $300 and above, people are gonna want it to be perfect, otherwise they're just gonna use that free return, free shipping policy. So hopefully that was interesting, guys. That's sort of what I do every single day. I'm hoping that my dream is to go to work, design what happens for the day, and then get to work on what I like most, which is building businesses, hiring people, growing different categories and departments. But because everything I have is modular, it's interesting. Once I find a business model that is profitable, hopefully I can just set it and forget it and move to the next one. Appreciate you guys. Until next time, make progress daily.